to Skyrim. And since the last episode, we went to sleep in the adventurers camp, and we cleared the entire cave of Olfalmer. And Karl sort of had a rough time sleeping because, well, sleeping on the bedroll is on the ground. It isn't really that comfortable. But also, I guess he was sort of affected by the fact that all those merchants and the adventurers, they all, they died because of the Falmer. So he has spent the entire morning praying to Mara for their souls, I guess. And we haven't even eaten breakfast yet, so I suppose we should do that. Perhaps it's time to do that before we leave. And Gore hasn't been talkative either the entire morning, because, well, I think he understands the gravity of the situation, to be honest. I think he sort of understands Karl's feelings about this. So, let's see. Let's see what we can eat here. I guess some braided bread. That should be fine, though, right? No, it's not. We need more food. Well, let's eat half a cabbage. Still feeling peckish. Some chicken jerky. Oh, that's satisfying. And then some water. Some more water. Yeah, there we go. Right, so that's it, I guess. And the knapsack, I suppose we can now take. And the food, line and lore, yeah, maybe. And the golden necklace as well. And the septims, yeah. That's it, I guess. TDS. Oh. Guess he's tired, to be honest. Let's see if we can't. If we can't get that mud crab. No, well, it buried, so. Nope. I'm terrible at the bow, I guess. But yeah, let's continue to solitude, and hopefully in this episode we'll actually get to solitude, so we can make some good trades with the merchants. Either, both selling armor and weapons to the Imperial army, but also selling some of this jewelry to the rich nobles. A lot of mud crabs out and about today. Yeah. And I guess we should bury these bodies, but I wouldn't know how. Let's see. Dragon Bridge, Morthal, Frost River. Let's see, what's this? I guess this is also part of the mod, because I can't recognize this. Guessing it's part of Morthal, an outer settlement. Oh, is that a courier?
I've been looking for you.
Oh.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver.
Another letter.
Let's see. A letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it.
Well, we'll read that later. Oh. What? Where did he go? You know what? After everything we've seen so far, disappearing invisible couriers, that's just probably a part of Skyrim. And we haven't even washed the blood off our backpack, but I don't know. Let's just get the solitude so we can sort of make some good trades and then continue, but oh, I'm already hungry again. Let's just fix that right away. Maybe some dried salmon. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's continue. This here must be a dragon's bridge. And then we should have solitude. Yeah, there it is. And that's the that should be the blue palace right on the cliff there. Yeah. Not far now. It has taken, I think, 2 days to get to here from Whiterun. Oh yeah, and this is an Imperial part of the Empire. Well, I guess everything is part of the Empire, but this is still under Imperial control. I really wonder what made them take up arms against the Empire. But that's not for Karl to decide. Well, it's not for Karl to care for, I guess. We're not gonna stay too long here either. We're just gonna continue. Well, is this the guard captain? Hello.
What do you need?
Well, I guess nothing.
Till next time.
Yeah, let's just continue. Got no business in Dragon's Reach. Well, Dragon's Bridge, I mean, we've already been to to Dragon's Reach. Oh, some legs there. Yo, what's going on?
I don't care. Leave me alone.
I don't have time for this foolishness. Now come along quietly and we won't have to get rough. Brother, I think she's telling the truth.
I'm not going anywhere. Now back off before I do something drastic.
She doesn't have the scar. What? Oh, you're right. We've made a mistake. Now move along before that mouth of yours gets you into trouble.
Next time you're looking to pester someone, make sure it's the right person.
Well, I guess they still haven't found the Red Guard woman. You're right.
Foreigners. What a nuisance.
Oh, what was that all about?
They thought I was some other Red Guard woman. They just wouldn't leave me alone. I hope they get lost in the wilderness.
Oh, and they're already gone. Oh, there they are.
This better be good.
Well,
Damn outsiders.
maybe we can catch up to them. Oh, hello.
Need something?
Who are you looking for?
We're looking for information about a woman. A foreigner in these lands. She's a Red Guard like us. We believe she may be hiding in Whiterun, but we're checking everywhere to be sure. All right then.
Well, I guess I haven't found her yet then. I guess more Stormcloak traders. Hmm. There's no guard here, but can I take that? Can I carry it? I think I can. No, I can't. Well, I guess we're dropping it then. Where is it? There it is. Solitude. Finally. Hello.
Yes, what do you want? Can't you see I'm busy dying?
I'm sorry, what? What are you dying of?
What does it look like? Boredom, old age, thirst. What's the point of living when all roads lead to the same mound of dirt?
Well, calm down, madam. No need to be so antagonistic.
I will be whatever I want to be, you brainless cur. I will not be courteous. What nobility I had left departed along with my fortune. No, I was stripped of it by the only thing that could affect someone of my eminence. I lost it to Dragonfire. Helgen. I was there.
Well, I wasn't there, but you know, I guess I've been there. We've been to Helgen, so well, as a matter of fact, so was I.
Somehow, I doubt that. One with your considerable waistline would have proved too tempting a morsel for a dragon to ignore.
Well, I am perfectly comfortable with my size.
So is everyone who stands behind you. Because it lets them sit in the shade. You must really hate the summer, and also thieves. Not that I hold it against you. Well-fed means well-to-do. In fact, I'm beginning to wonder if you're spoken for.
Well, why do you ask?
I'm in need of a suitable partner. One who can finance the lifestyle I've become accustomed to. Because, for all intents and purposes, I'd rather be dead than poor. And every second I am the latter brings me closer to the former. So, as the Nords are fond to do, I seek marriage without courtship. Time is short, and every day is worth 2 tomorrows.
Well, many paid a stiff price at Helgen, yet you still have your life.
And what should I do with it? Work the fields like some common harridan? I know my worth. And for one with my stock, there are only 2 sensible ways to make a fortune. By marriage, or by blood.
Well, actually,
And unless some wealthy uncle shows up with gold spilling out of his pockets, the only viable alternative is marriage.
well, to be honest, working the field that's an excellent job. And an excellent source of income. Hard work is actually something that it shouldn't be frowned upon, it should be encouraged. Well, what if there are no eligible bachelors then?
Don't be absurd. Wealthy men will abandon their children and leave their wives the moment they see my amulet of Mar. I am young. I am high-born. I am educated. I am the most devastating beauty Skyrim has witnessed in 5 millennia. What man wouldn't want this?
Well, we don't want to be that mean, but we don't want to encourage her either, so I guess easy now, the cracks in your forehead are starting to widen.
The cracks in my... I beg your pardon. I am a Breton. It's no secret we have elvish blood in our veins, and like our Dunmill cousins, our fine lines are considered beauty marks.
Well, How did you make your original fortune then?
I inherited it. And by that I mean I earned every septum. My mother was a hard woman, and she treated her servants, her farmhands, and her children like hardened criminals.
Well, what do you mean by that?
I remember we had an orc servant, bastard born. And every time my mother got drunk, she made it a point to remind him. She gave the poor sod a serving of knuckle pie for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 3 square meals a day. Right square in the jaw. I don't have to imagine how much they hurt. I know the taste of it all too well.
Well, that couldn't have been an easy childhood.
Yes, only the beatings weren't enough. Bruises heal, but the words stick you like a dagger. One day I asked a servant why he puts up with it, and he told me, same reason you do, for the gold. I learned a valuable lesson that day. The one with the gold makes the rules. Those without it are prisoners. Those with it can forever live free.
Well, well, what your mother did was horrible. I'm sorry.
Well, I accept your apology. But you seem to be missing the point. What is horrible and decent depends entirely on the size of your coffers. Many before you acknowledged the direness of my situation. But their pity was as empty as their pockets.
Well, maybe so, but it doesn't make it right. Not in the eyes of the gods.
I disagree. Zenithar honors those who aid commerce, and Julianos takes pleasure in the contradiction of having criminals make laws. Each divine has their own morality, and none have jurisdiction over the actions of mortals.
Well,
Fine.
good day to you then. I can already tell you we're gonna make a profit from this place. We're gonna make a lot of gold. Solitude, final.
Fighting in the arena is everyone in the city knows your name. Some people don't like the fame, but not me.
Finally, solitude.
They can't hurt Uncle Bob here. Tell them he didn't do it.
Far you need to go home.
Hang on. What's going on?
Traitor! You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his high king. Best she knows.
Get on with it!
Brogden, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Tori. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric challenged Tori. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
I'm sorry, who is this?
On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
Oh. Well.
I still can't believe he knew what he was doing when he opened that gate.
Well. Such cruelty, but I'm not sure how to even respond to that. Anyways, let's see now. Well, I guess that's not a... What about this one? This looks like a bits and pieces. Let's see if we can sell some equipment here.
Welcome to Bits and Pieces. I'm sure you'll find what you need here.
I thought adventurers were supposed to look tough.
Well, I'm not an adventurer. I'm a merchant, actually. Hello.
Said you got here just before the execution. Must have been a lovely first sight.
Oh, well, who is Behrend?
Baron's my husband. He works the forge up at Castle Dower. I barely see him nowadays, what with him filling orders for the army.
I guess you were at the execution then.
No, that was an ugly affair. High King Torig's death has turned the whole town on its head. Between you and me, he wasn't even that good a king. All of those rambling speeches about the Empire this and the Empire that.
Well, I'm not gonna get involved in politics. Well, I have some old coins from the Falmer, so I guess I can exchange them here.
Of course.
Yeah, the Enchark old coins. Oh, thank you.
Come back to Bits and Pieces anytime.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell some stuff actually. Hopefully. Hello?
Please stop wasting my time.
Well, I thought you were the, well, I guess not then. Maybe you are.
Hello there. We haven't met, have we? I'm Fironet, although my friends call me Firo, or Netta for short. Although I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. We just met, so we're hardly friends. Not to mean that we won't be friends someday, or even today. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at this. Can we start over?
Well, sure. Well met person I've never spoken to.
Well met as well. I mean, well met and greetings. What I'm trying to say is, greetings and well met. Oh, sweet taffy treats, I did it again, didn't I?
It's alright. Not everyone can be a bard.
Well, I was kind of hoping I could. I know, you're probably thinking I've gone mad the way I fumbled through our meeting. And, truth is, I'm perfectly happy just being Netta the milkmaid.
Well, so why do you want to become a bard then?
Well, my friends have all said that I have a great singing voice. I suppose they should, because that's what friends do. But after hearing it a number of times from different people, you start to think there might be something to it. So here I am.
Well, have you been accepted into the college?
No, not yet. I talked to Viarmo, and he said that Pentia Atea would hear my audition when her schedule clears up. Which is completely understandable. I imagine a master vocalist must have a very hectic schedule.
Well, you need to be more assertive. Demand an audition or it will never come.
I bet you're right. I don't know about demanding it, but at the very least I should put more pressure on Pentia to see me.
You should.
I'm just worried that if I annoy her enough, she'll deny my admittance before I even finish my warm-up. I know. I have a tendency to overthink things, too.
Well, if you don't hurry, Pantea may forget about your audition altogether.
True. On the one hand, all this anxiety can't be good for my health. Or my skin. On the other hand, at least now I can still cling to hope.
Well, I'd like to hear your voice.
You mean like sing? Right here?
Yes.
Okay. But my voice is a little hoarse from practicing.
That's fine.
Is there anything in particular you want to hear?
Well, perhaps that song about the Dragonborn has always been a favorite of mine.
That's about the old legend, isn't it? I'll do my best, but to be honest, I'm not sure of all the lines. Our hero has a warrior soul. I tell you, the dragonborn comes with a shout, wielding power of ancient Nord skills. Believe, the dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil and all flying foes. Beware, the dragonborn comes. For the darkness has passed I forgot the rest. I'm really sorry, sincerely so. I think it's like, and the legend keeps growing, something, dragonborn comes. I'll ask Jorn next time I see him.
Well, you have a beautiful singing voice. I'll leave you to training. Safe journeys to you too. I don't suppose. Well, I guess this is the owner of the store then.
Got a certain fire in your eyes, just like my beer. And please, feel free to look around. We've got a bit of everything.
Thank you. What do you have for sale?
Some might call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Oh, that reminds me of that absolutely bastard of a Briton back in Whiterun. Let's see here. Well, they are not buying the amulets are still. Well, I guess that one is a bit more. It's a bit more valuable. And let's see here. Gold necklace. Well, that has increased in price, so let's sell that. And the Arcase amulet. And yeah, the ring of resist fire. I mean, I do believe, but perhaps these never increase in price because they are like sort of like starting items, so you can't get too much money. So maybe they never change in value because they're not part of the mod. So let's just sell them to get rid of them. And look at this ring of transmutation. And the ring of fortitude, and the silver ring. Oh, and the Stendar's amulet as well. We have actually already made quite a lot of coin here. Do I have anything else on sale? Perhaps the soul game. Yeah, this one is actually has increased in price as well, hasn't it? From I think 2,200 to almost 2,900. Well, you'll correct me in the comments, but yeah, the Varla stone has this decreased in price. I think this was more valuable in Whiterun. I'm not sure. Let's sell it. And should I sell this one? I think I can sell this to the mages. They'll probably pay a hefty price for it, so let's keep it. Let's sell the paintings though. Well, thank you for your business. Right now we're focused on selling, and if need.
The divines saved me from the streets, and they can save you from your trials as well.
Well, I'm sure they can. I for sure know that Mara can. Yeah.
Temple of Divines is always open for worshippers.
Thank you. I'll pay you a visit. We'll have to make a visit pay. We'll have to go to we'll go to the temple. This is what I'm trying to say. Well, this is a shady character.
You should see me when you get bored, stranger.
Well, I'm quite good at keeping myself occupied and entertained, stranger. Let's see. Solitude blacksmith. Well, could this be Bayron then?
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what can I help you with?
Oh, well, we make armor for the Imperials then.
It's almost all I have time for these days. The men training here in Solitude, and the troops out in the field. They all need weapons and armor. You should look into joining. They could use every hand they can get.
Well, we're pretty dedicated to the Empire then.
To be honest, no. But High King Torrig supported them. And now, her lady Elisif has thrown in with them. You could say I'm a king's man at heart. I guess that's Jarl's man now. My loyalty lies with Solitude. So, where Jarl Elisif leads, I follow.
Well, if you need weapons and armor, then perhaps I can supply that for you.
Take a look.
Let's see what you have for sale, or what you're willing to pay. Well, Blade of Dibella. Oh, look at that. We'll sell that. Oh, well, it's not really paying too much for the iron stuff. But yeah, I'm actually quite disappointed. We're not getting our money's worth here at all, to be honest. What about armor then? Well, yeah, that's not that much better either, to be honest, but yeah, at least we sold some stuff, so
Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
speaking of which, I'm actually going to use your forge. Let's see if we can't create some
Spiced wine to warm the blood.
well, apparently we can't really. Well, we could tan some of the hides, I think.
I've got weapons forgiven and armor forgotten.
Deer hide, yeah. Light leather. Well, what do I need? I need fur plates in order to make a let's see, fur plate, large leather tent, small leather tent. Right, we need leather strips and we need leather. Okay, gonna do some more hunting for that. But it's already becoming dark, so I'm not sure who you're trying to recruit, but I'm not interested. No way, you're too shady. What time is it? It's almost 6. Well, we made it here, so let's see if we can't visit that temple. Which I'm guessing it's not this, is it? Is this the it's the Hall of the Dead? No. Perhaps it's up here then. Well, I guess this could be it. Maybe. Temple of the Divines.
The Emperor's cousin, Vittoria Vici.
Actually, let's hide our backpack
Married soon.
and the arrows.
The reception will be
anyone in Solitude can attend. I'm telling you, I heard it, howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
Well, I guess we would already know this, but what do the shrines do?
Those who worship at the shrines will sometimes receive boons from the gods themselves. The nature of the favors varies per deity. Please, feel free to worship at any or all of the shrines.
Oh,
The strong and honorable always carry the blessing of the Eight.
I know where I'm gonna go and pray.
Remind us of our place when we forget.
Let us walk in the steps of the divines.
Yes, this is Mara. It is. Restoration spell costs 10% less to cast, 25% increased resistance to disease. Yeah. That's fair. That's Standard, RK, Sanithar. This is the Bella Julianos. Oh, Kinnereth. This is Akatosh. Julianos. And Mara. And I guess this is Talos then. Hey, anonymous note. What's this? If you seek to fill the void, then go to Widow's Watch, where we mourn the death of the divine. Well, maybe I will. But I'm pretty sure it's because they tell us worship is outlawed, so. But maybe let's talk to her about it.
I heard Helgen, destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
Yeah, well, one of those alcoves up front is empty.
Ah, yes. That once held the shrine to Talos. But the worship of Talos was banned by the White Gold Concordat some time ago.
Well, of course we've heard about the White Gold Concordant, seeing as we come from Bruma. But, well, could you tell me more about that, perhaps?
It's the peace treaty that ended the war with the elves of the Aldmeri Dominion. The Dominion recognized the heresy of proclaiming Talos a god. Talos was a great man and a great emperor, but that does not make him a god, no matter how much the Stormcloaks may wish it were so.
I understand.
The strong and honorable always carry the blessing of the Eight.
Yeah, well,
Let us walk in the steps of the divines.
let's find a tavern now and get a good night's sleep. We have been we're finally here. You know, it took quite some time to get here, but so now we're going to now we're gonna explore it, but not tonight. Oh. We're gonna explore it tomorrow when in the morning. No, that's not it. Where's the tavern? This is the tavern. Winking Skewer. Okay. Alright. Hang on, you have a lot of my stuff.
Everything's better bloody. Just leave me all the food.
Right. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff to sell tomorrow as well. A lot of stuff. Wow, okay. So we're not done
Alright then.
just yet. Let me see here.
An inn. Where are we sleeping? And more importantly, what are we eating?
Well,
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
well, why is this place called the Winking Skewer?
Well, as it turns out,
I guess that's the goodest reason as any.
I thought so.
Well, I'd like to rent a room, please.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Thank you. And, well, can you refill my water skins and bottles?
Of course.
Thank you.
I'll show you your room. Right this way.
Well, there is no need. I'm not going to go to bed just yet. Perhaps we can speak with some of the patrons here. Oh, hello. Greetings.
What is it, stranger? If you're looking for work, I'm not the person to ask.
Well, could I join you?
Now there's a strange request. I suppose there's no harm in it. Go on then. Grab a drink and sit down.
Thank you.
I'll warn you now, friend. I'm not exactly known for conversation. The Suilin here isn't worth drinking much of either.
Well, then what are you known for?
Many things. When you've lived as long as I have, some of them might even be worth remembering.
That's hardly an answer.
No, I suppose not. What you have to understand, however, is that I'm not about to relive the past, simply because we share a flagon.
Well, I guess I'll just have to fill the silence then.
Very well. I'll talk with you. What do you want to know?
Well, let's start with what brings you to solitude.
Nothing. But I suppose that's the problem. My name is Jagyr, but back when I was younger, they called me Stormhand. A silly name, but the life of a warrior tends to leave its mark in any number of ways.
I guess you fought in the war then.
Yes, but those days seem like they were a lifetime ago.
How old are you anyway?
Too old. I have lived far past my time, where countless younger men now feast with shore.
You must have stories to tell them.
I do, but most of them have faded into memory after all these years. For the longest time, I thought I was Talos Reborn, or the Great Dovahkiin. The foolishness of youth, and an unwillingness to let cooler heads prevail when my blade was in hand. All across Skyrim, even down past the Jagyr mountains, I traveled from town to town, cave to cave, seeking thrills and adventure, from days of slaying Jagyr and bandits, to nights of feasting and womanizing in the local taverns. I was unstoppable.
Well, it's not really a life that I would want for myself, but it does sound like you were wild.
Maybe, but there was a freedom to it that was too difficult to resist. From the rat way to the throat of the world, I lived like a king, feasted and drank as if it were my last meal, and fought like Iskramor himself. Nothing could compare to the nervous thrill in the pit of my stomach right before battle. I fought for gold, for love, even for entire holds.
What changed?
The same thing that changes anyone. Love. I met my wife while working in Whiterun Hold. A group of rogue students from the college had set themselves up nearby to attack travelers. While they no doubt needed food and supplies as any of us, it soon progressed from stealing to outright massacring everyone in their way. I'd been hired by a group of local farmers, led by two patriarchs, to track the mages and put an end to the attacks.
Well, tracking a group of bandits isn't easy. How did you find them?
The sites had already been cleared by the guards, and anyone I talked to in town were either scared stiff or didn't know anything. I heard that another warrior was also on their path, a fierce, red-headed Nord woman, and I welcomed the challenge. There was nothing wrong with some competition, after all, especially with a warrior of equal skill. However, the winter rains had set in, and as any hunter can tell you, this only made finding my targets more difficult. For days I searched the region, but there was no sign. Tired and annoyed, with days since my last fight, I made the journey back to Dragon's Reach.
Continue.
As I was making my way back, I crossed paths with the merchant near the western watchtower. The rains were relentless as Kain's wrath fell from the heavens, and the merchant was huddled in furs, with an old horse in tow. With barely a hint of sunset poking through the gloom and rain, I walked over and asked them if they needed help back to the city. The woman smiled at me and threw back her hood, red hair and a twinkle in her eye. Before I could even respond, a lightning bolt came crackling through the rain, and she threw herself forwards, knocking both of us to the ground. The mages had sneaked up on us, and I cursed myself for not being more aware, outclassed by my rival, no less.
Well, how did you get out of it?
The rain was endless and difficult to see in, but it was as much of an advantage to us as it was the attackers. I remember pushing myself up from the soil to see one of the mages come running up, a dagger in one hand and a fire spell in the other. As quickly as I could, I unsheathed my weapon, rolled to the side, and brought it up in a swing, putting all my might behind it. The mage crumpled to the ground, and I leapt toward another of them, tearing through their barrier and running my blade through their chest. My friend was being attacked by two mages, but fought them off with a sword and a makeshift shield formed from a section of the cart. I went to help her, only to find another 3 mages moving towards me. Clearly, they thought to overwhelm us with numbers.
Well, I know what it's like to have a mage running at you with a dagger in one hand and a fire spell in another. It's actually quite terrifying, to be honest. But I'm not sure if they're cowards. A weapon I hold can be far more useful, but they were inexperienced, even for students of the college. But I'm not a mage, so I guess we'll go with the mages are cowards. A weapon I can hold is far more useful.
Born and raised a warrior, eh? I never thought to use spells myself, other than some...
Well, I can't do that either.
My greatsword was practically my best friend, and it saved my life here, as well as many more times.
Oh, so you fought them off.
Aye, but not without ending up with scars of our own. The rain continued to pour down, and the Whiterun plains were too open to try for any strategy. The woman and I ended up back to back, the group of mages almost having exhausted their magica reserves. At last, we found an opening and finished the rest of them off. By that point, our clothes had been soaked with rain and blood, and we were both tired. We agreed to wait till morning and sought refuge in the watchtower, still abandoned back then. The fire pit was serviceable, and some old furs and hay were enough to form a place to rest. There was only room for one of us, but we found a way to make it work, and it kept the two of us warm until the rain passed.
Well, that's certainly one way to relax.
Next morning, we returned to Dragon's Reach and told those farmers that the job was done. I was already taken with her by then, and we agreed to split the gold equally. After living a free life on the path, I wanted to be with her. I couldn't contain myself. By the city gate, I told her how I felt in one nervous outpour. I must have looked like a fool. She just stood there, watching me as she listened intently. When I was finished acting like a boy with his first crush, she smiled softly. To my surprise, she leapt forward into a hug and kissed me on the cheek. Love. True, God's damned love.
Well, you sound like quite the couple.
From that moment onwards, I gave up the womanizing, and we lived a life on the road together.
Good man.
I was a warrior in my prime, and had the love of my life to match. I couldn't have asked for a greater gift than her. We were an odd sight. Two warriors working together. Most of the time, it's easier for adventurers to go their own way, but we didn't mind it. She was so beautiful, I can't even begin to describe it, and she showed me there was so much more to life. Two young warriors, fierce and in love. For years, we took work across Skyrim, even further on occasion, and lived however we liked. Most of all, we were together. But those days can't last forever.
I had a feeling the story would take a turn. What happened?
After being married under the eyes of Mara, we agreed to settle down and move to a small farm on the outskirts of Shore Stone. By then, she was with child, and we couldn't risk any more fights. We hung up our weapons on the wall and started a new life together. I wanted to be with her no matter what, but it wasn't that easy. You seem like the adventuring sort, so perhaps you can sympathize. All my life had been spent in battle, and there I was, a mountain of a man that didn't know one end of a hoe from the other. I was no farmer. I was built for war, not milking cows. Winter came and went, and she gave birth to a baby boy, my son.
Well, I must have been overjoyed.
I thought he was pathetic. All the mewling like an animal, cry all night, or otherwise sit gurgling on the floor, babbling in the way that children do.
Well, that's what children does.
What on earth was I supposed to do with him? I didn't know how to be a father. I tried. I really did. But all it did was make my wife's day more difficult. She had a way with children, as if she'd been destined to be a mother.
Well, no one knows how to be a father at first. It's new to everyone. It sounds like you didn't give them a chance. It sounds like you didn't give your new life a chance.
And then, well, then it all comes back to the Great War. After years of living as an adventurer on the road, I decided to enlist with the Legion. Even if I couldn't help our home, I could, at the very least, help protect my wife and son. Battle was in my blood, and it would be good to get back in the field. Or so I thought. Great might be in its name, but I witnessed unimaginable cruelty, and no one walked away from it without scars. When I returned, my boy was almost 2 winters old. It was strange, really, when time passes and stands still. My wife had pleaded with me not to go, not to throw away everything we'd built together, but she was relieved to see that I was still alive.
I can't imagine it was easy to return home, so...
Of course, but what I had seen in the war had put all thought of bloodshed from my mind. I was content, at least, to live out my days in peace, even if life on the farm had its hardships. The boy even started to grow on me, and it felt like we were finally a family.
But it didn't last.
Yes. One day, my son must have been 3 or 4 years old by then. I was out with the cows when a group of bandits came riding up. They demanded gold for our protection against any threats before riding off, saying that they'd return in a few days. It was all nonsense, of course, but I had a family to look after, and both my wife's and my own weapons had been gathering dust above the fire.
So, what did you do?
We talked for a long time and decided that we would pay them, at least for the time being. The farm had set us back quite a lot, but we had spent years building up a small fortune on the road. In hindsight, it was likely word of that fortune that brought those bandits to us in the first place. Gold. What good are symptoms? True to their word, the bandits came back a few days later. I remember that day, because the afternoon light made the leaves look like they were on fire. But they came in greater force than we were expecting. As I handed the gold to their leader, he knocked it out of my hand and spat in my face. They wanted all of it, or they would kill us.
What happened then?
I would have torn him limb from limb right there, but I had a family to look after. I turned and walked slowly towards the house, my wife glaring from the doorway. She was dig on himself whenever she got that look in her eyes and her arms were crossed, but all she did was glare at the bandits.
You didn't give it to them, did you?
I never got the chance. As I moved inside, carefully watching the bandits from the window, one of them had crept up to the side of the house and set it on fire. When the smell of burnt wood hit us, I reached for our weapons above the fireplace and threw my wife's sword in her direction. They were hoping to burn us and the fortune out in one go. The bastards. A volley of arrows tore into the side of the house, and we threw ourselves down on the ground before crawling out, using the smoke as cover. It had already begun to fill the house, that smell that clings to your throat. But we could still save our home. We just had to move quickly. My wife leapt towards the ones waiting by the horses, while I ran around to the side, near the trees where the others lay in wait. The thrill of battle might be exhilarating, but fighting for your home and loved ones is another thing entirely. It's all-consuming and ruthless.
What happened next?
The bandits were slain, one by one, and the two of us fought in battle, one last time. I managed to save the house, but it was badly damaged. Then we were both injured in the fighting. We were safe and alive, and then it hit us. Before the bandits had arrived, my son had been laying down to sleep for his afternoon nap, hoping that whatever happened,
Oh no.
the very same wing of the house where the fire had started. I kicked in the door and found him exactly where he was, lying on the cot I'd carved for him a few weeks earlier, and he wasn't breathing. I could barely contain myself as I took his body in my arms and walked out slowly to where my wife was waiting. I didn't have to say anything. As soon as she saw him, she collapsed to the ground and wept her heart out. It broke me. As much as we loved each other, that was the end of everything. I left my blade behind me, and I have been out here ever since. Pray that you never have to go through such a thing, traveler, for not even the gods can bear it.
I'm so sorry. I can't even imagine.
You don't have to say anything. All I need is a warm drink. Gods know it's been cold out there.
Your wife is alive, isn't she? You should go and see her.
No, that ship has long since sailed. Last I heard, she was in the palace at Windhelm, her shield maiden days well behind her. We aren't enemies by any means, but even love can't survive the death of a child. It was for the best that we went our separate ways. I still love her, gods, with all my heart, but what we had was in the past. Now, well, now, all the two of us have are the memories together.
Oh. You never told me your son's name. What was it?
His name was Torin. My boy. My son.
Well,
Did you need something?
that's enough for today, I think. Let's go up to the room and reflect on this. You know, Karl, he doesn't have a family, and you know, and he's never taken a wife, and never fathered any children. He's just is this my room? I don't think it is. No. Well, he never fathered any children or, you know, anything like that. He's just old. I guess, you know, time never really came for it. So we can't really relate to losing your son, but I think he would like a family. Someday he'd like to perhaps have a farm or, you know, a shop at least, maybe a house in the city, and share his life with, you know, a suitable wife, a strong woman. But after hearing that story, I'm sure he's kind of rethinking that, to be honest. Skyrim just isn't safe enough for, you know, raising a family. But he has a renewed hate for bandits, so I guess that's something. But oh yeah, before we go to sleep, one more thing, which I haven't talked about in the entire episode, but you probably saw that we leveled up. We actually did that after the last episode to level 10, so we gained 3 levels. So I put some of it in health and some of it in stamina. We actually went with another point in one-handed mastery, and of course bleed like a lamb, which when you use the access, you can actually deal an additional point of damage per second for 3 seconds, because you sort of you apply a bleed to them. And we also went for a point in block, which means we can now block for 10% more damage. And we went for the heavy armor fit, which the armor rating of heavy armor is increased by 25% if we're wearing all heavy armor. So that's pretty good. Those were the 4 points that we sort of spent. And I think we're gonna level up as well now. I'm not sure, so maybe we'll do that. Let's go for 6 hours maybe. Gonna do that before we end the episode. Yes, let's put another point in health. But I'm not sure what I'm gonna spend it on. I am thinking speech, to be honest. Sell items for 20% more. Your intimidation attempts are 4 times likely to succeed. Or grants the perform power. Once a day you can play a song to entertain up to 5 people within 50 feet and collect donation from each. Or across the universe. Shouting restores points of health, magic and stamina equal to your shout cooldown. You gain speech experience when shouting based on the shout cooldown. Well, in that case we're gonna go with the this one. 20% more is actually quite good, I think. So let's go for that one. Before we get up, I'm actually going to end the episode. So I want to thank you guys for watching. This episode was pretty much all travel and a lot of conversations. So in the next episode we're going to explore Solitude and get some quests done, so you can get to know Karl a little bit more. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and take care. I'll see you in the next episode.